Yeah, that's very cool.
Okay, good. Well, I see you've got a bit of a backdrop going on too, so you must have been.
Yeah, got some stuff here.
Wow, you've got some music up behind you, and so do I. What do you? Look at that. Awesome.
I got some stuff.
Cool.
Got some Dr. Demento down here.
What is that down there?
I got some Dr. Demento down there.
It's the holiday. So yeah, what would the holidays be without Dr. Demento?
Number two. Cool. Hey guys, this is Trent Kelly of the Wave Show out of the Voice of Vashon, Vashon, Washington. And you guys really need to check out GZ23. It's really cool stuff, and you got to be in the know.
Awesome. I don't know what we're pointing at, but rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Awesome. All right, Trent, thanks so much. Guys, you are watching the Groove Zone's Holiday Edition. Merry Christmas and all that fun stuff.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, and God bless us, everyone. Guys, we're hanging tonight for a few with Trent Kelly. And actually, Trent and I recently connected on Facebook, and I asked him to put aside a couple minutes for us if he could, and he said yes. Trent, how's it going?
It's going really well, and glad to get with you and learn about what you're doing down in Olympia. I've seen a lot of really cool stuff on the interwebs with you and the stuff you're doing. And like you, I'm starting to put together my Christmas holiday programming myself.
Cool.
And I thought it'd be a cool time to sit down with you and talk about stuff.
No doubt.
Deal.
No doubt. So with the holidays coming up, what do you got going on? Anything fun or exciting?
Well, I do a radio show that I've done for the last 5 years on the Voice of Vashon out of Vashon, Washington. The call letters are KUGS LP. It's a low power station. It's a community run station. It's kind of a real hybrid. They have AM signal, a FM signal, and a TV signal. And since they're on an island, they also work together with the emergency alert system. So they get some federal funding. So nice. I've been a volunteer at that station for the last 5 years, and I've been doing a music show there. And it started off being, mainly, 80s music, kind of stuff behind me. But I've also started doing what I did when I was a kid, was to go to shows and get to know bands. And I'm wearing a band shirt right now.
Who do we got on?
Tiger Rider, which is a band that I really started getting to know really well when I first started my show.
Okay.
And I've been following them. They're, some cool kids out of Seattle.
Cool. Something we should maybe check into then.
Yes. Check out Tiger Rider on their Facebook page.
Okay.
And two of the members are also in a band called Slender Dan. And they have some new stuff out right now that's really cool, electronic stuff.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we don't love electronic stuff around here.
Nice. No, not at all.
Nice.
Yeah, I have the Depeche Mode catalog right over there.
Okay, okay. Trent Kelly is one of the new members of the Groove Zone people. That's what there is good.
Oh, I've been following Depeche Mode since day one.
One of the only bands that I was totally, absolutely gaga over. And can you see that?
Sweet. Yes.
It could have been. Well, they would have done my arm black and with red on it if I would have thought about it. And I don't know why everybody thinks that means white power. It's like
they're so wrong.
Trying to explain that. Okay, so yes, guys, Trent Kelly, the new one of the new members. He's love those.
Love
guys.
To join.
Mm-hmm.
So every Christmas I've been doing a Christmas special, and this is going to be my 5th one.
Nice.
And every year it's the usual stuff like the waitresses, Kate Bush, and a few stuff like that. But this year I'm going to add in a lot of the people that I've been getting to know, in my journeys as a DJ.
Nice.
So I'm going to be adding a lot of Seattle-based and Northwest-based artists.
Cool. Now, just out of curiosity, and I want to know this on a personal level, are you using holiday tracks by these guys, or just incorporating their regular tracks that are kind of along the same lines, or kind of?
They're holiday tracks.
They are.
So, so for one I've been really grooving on lately is the Green Pajamas, the band that's been around in Seattle since the early '80s.
I was going to say,
they have a lot of,
that name.
Yeah, they're still around, and they have a lot of Christmas music on this label called Green Monkey. And so I'm going to be playing some of their stuff on my new show coming up on the 19th.
Why does Trent know stuff why do you know stuff that I don't know about yet? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. And what was the date on that?
My show will be on the 19th.
Okay.
On the Voice of Vashon.
What got you all into all this?
Well, you know, growing up, I grew up in the Seattle area, and at that time, I grew up listening to KYYX, you know, The Wave, and also KJET and KCMU, and also all those alternative radio stations. And they got me really, you know, hooked into radio, and also Depeche Mode and ABC and The Cure and all that stuff. I went to Western Washington University and jumped into their broadcasting program. I started working at KUGS when I first got there, KUGS 89.3. And I first started off as their news director, and then quickly decided, you know, playing music is so much more fun. So
no doubt. Wow.
So I did that for 3 years, worked at the radio station there as a volunteer for 3 years. And then jumped into corporate radio at KISM, which is a radio station up in Bellingham.
Okay.
And they were a top 40 music station at the time. And we're talking 1990, 1991, around in there.
A top 40 station in 1991.
Yep. And the big thing with the KISM is they would broadcast into Vancouver, BC.
Oh, wow.
So all us jocks love to go up to Vancouver, BC, and hang around and go to clubs and stuff like that.
When you can still cross the border.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Usually, fast forward a year, the station started going down, and top 40 wasn't too cool. A radio consultant came in and said, "Hey, you guys really should change your sound quite a bit. You should call yourselves independent rock, and you guys should start playing more alternative stuff." So I'm like, yeah, I can do that. So I was doing the overnight shift at the time, and we switched over to the new format, independent rock, at 12 a.m. And I was the first DJ, you know, in Vancouver to play Pearl Jam and Nirvana and Alice in Chains and all this other great stuff that we still love today.
Wow.
I was the first jock to do that. I think that was pretty cool. So
this is an honor. This is a total honor for me. Yeah. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I mean, just even a fraction of what you told me already is just like, that's a DJ's dream. You know?
These were the bands that, you know, I was going to the clubs and watching Nirvana, you know.
Hey everybody out there in listener land, you are listening to GZ23 with DJ D Phoenix, the man with the mask. He will set things to rights for you.
This is totally cool.
I like to meet like-minded people.
Especially these days, because I mean, not that there aren't a million of us out there, but you know, it seems like, you know, because everybody's kind of like, we're not the 20 and 30-year-old, you know, cool kids like that, you know. So yeah, life's funny.
I have a good friend that I was a DJ with at KUGS, who's been a teacher for the last 25 years, and he teaches English, and in his English class he has a stereo in there, And he plays like the Smiths. He plays a lot of older stuff, like Love and Rockets, and the kids just blows their mind. And his name's Sean Cunningham, and he also does DJ work at the high school as well. So he does their dances and stuff. And he says, the kids these days, 17 to 19-year-olds, they love the 80s stuff, the good 80s stuff, the alternative stuff.
Right. It's like, and there's been this resurgence over the last couple of years, especially over the last couple of years that, well, 15 years ago or so, about 15 years ago, is when I called it a day the first time. I was kind of done with like my DJing thing for a while, So, but at that point in time, though, those, especially the early 2000s, it was kind of that like 20-year resurgence, and people were kind of getting into it. Killers came out. There were a couple of groups that were like, really kind of new wave sounding, and kind of got it going again. But now, though, kind of like what you were saying, it's like, but they're wanting like the actual like old school that all came off of, and that's what's so cool, and that's why I think a lot of these bands are doing so well. They're seeing like a real revival in their careers, and I think it's awesome.
And I have two kids. My daughter, who's 25 years old now, when she was like 13 years old, I sat her down and said, "Okay, this is Depeche Mode. This is what Depeche Mode sounds like. Here's the Smiths. This is what the Smiths sound like." And so fast forward like 5 or 6 years later, she's like, "Hey, Dad, can we go to the Depeche Mode show?" And I was like, "Yes, yes, we can."
Oh my gosh, love it.
"Dad, can we go to the Gorillas?" I'm like, "Yes." "How about the Red Hot Chili Peppers?" I'm like, "Damn straight we're going to that." So.
You've done well, Dad. No doubt. That is a child that you can be proud of forever. Awesome. And it is very cool to see when you're able to, especially with the younger ones. It's like you kind of want to like share that with them. It's got to be passed off somehow.
Yeah.
And it's like, and if it can come from like your point of view, or maybe from your experience or whatever, and it's so cool to be able to share that with somebody and have them really get into it. It's like, wow, okay.
It stays the test of time.
Right. Okay, so speaking of Depeche Mode, how many times have you caught the band? Just out of curiosity.
At least 6 times.
Oh my gosh, you got me beat by 2, at least.
And I'm trying to find a way to see them down in Vegas. I think they're there in May in their latest tour.
Really?
Yeah, they're coming back. They're coming into this area. They're not coming to Vancouver or Portland or
really.
But they usually do. But like in Music for the Masses. I was able to see them up in Vancouver and also down in Seattle.
Okay.
But not in this tour.
Okay. My first tour that I caught from them ever was Violator, the World Violation Tour, and then 3 more after that. And but to have caught like Music for the Masses, or even anything prior to that, even it's like, and I know that they didn't tour the States that much, and I think they were here a few times, and then what would have been like maybe Black Celebration, that was like when they really started seeing like a lot of touring in the U.S. maybe.
Yeah, they did a lot of They would do like L.A. and New York and Chicago.
Always, yeah. And some bands that would always try to make Seattle a point, like because they do like that whole like U.S. swoop, and Oh my gosh, I can only imagine the amount of awesome shows that you've seen.
I'm also a big REM fan. So back in '85, I think it might have been Reckoning, I saw REM up in Vancouver, and they played at this really old theater. And in the middle of the floor, there was a hole. There was actually a hole in the floor of the theater, and it was roped off.
A hole.
And, yeah, and they still played the show. They still had a show in this old rickety place.
No way. Wow. Oh my gosh. Let's see. No, I never caught REM on like a Lollapalooza tour or anything like that. Never saw them live. However, I came like this close to actually hitting Michael Stipe driving. And it was the days. It was early '90s. It was the days like when there was this major influx of artists coming in and out of Olympia. And because of Michael's associations and ties and all that, he knew people here, obviously in the area, or made it, like one of his stops when they were in Seattle. And seriously, almost walked right out in traffic, and I'm just like, dang, I almost just hit Michael Stipe. Of all people, I'm like, oh my God, what would that have been? It's like, and that's about as good of an REM story as I've got.
Well, sadly, they don't tour anymore, or aren't even a band.
When did they disband? How many years ago, ish?
2012, I think it was.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, it's been that long.
Okay.
And the B-52s, they just stopped touring.
They're, and God bless them. It's like I saw a picture of Ricky today. And to have known the B-52 since the Yellow album, the self-titled, or for some people even before that, before they put the first one out, it's like those are my favorite B-52 memories. Especially the early days when Ricky was still around. But and that's what I was thinking about today. Though it's like I cannot believe that it's been that long since Ricky Wilson has been gone.
It's been what, 20 years?
Oh no, 35.
Oh, man, I feel old.
Ricky went really early in the AIDS epidemic, and actually, I believe that the last album that he was on, he wasn't even on Rome.
No.
So he was already gone by. He was gone by like '89 then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Where does time go? Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Trent. I know I'm going to edit this in or whatever. I probably should do a second one though, just in case. Hey guys, you are watching the Groove Zones Convos, hanging out tonight with Trent Kelly. So are you in Tacoma or on Vashon?
I'm in Tacoma, University Place to be exact.
Okay.
But I'm on Vashon quite a bit. My in-laws live there and have quite a few friends there from the station.
Never been there.
A lot of us hang out. It's a beautiful island.
Never been there.
The people there are really cool and laid back. And well, what we need to do is have you come on the island sometime and get you on my show.
It's a deal.
Do it live.
Total
do it live.
Total.
We're going live.
I am totally all over that. You bet. I'm gonna have to watch my mouth. Gosh darn it. That was one of the things about working underground. Gosh darn it. That was one of the things about working underground radio. Is that, it's like in real life, I don't really have a private mouth necessarily. Let's get a word to the world. If you could say anything to everybody watching today on this holiday edition of Convos, what would it be?
Happy holidays, and let's take a step back a little bit. If you're able to be with family, definitely be with family and spend time with them this holiday, especially during this crazy political year that we've had. Hug your kids, hug your wife, hug your children, hug your spouse, hug whoever you need to hug. Just have a fun and happy New Year's. Because for me, I'm actually going to be with my family down in Disneyland. Both my kids will be with me and my wife, and we're just going to be hanging out in LA for Christmas through New Year's. So I'm looking forward to that.
Nice. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. How cool. Very, very cool. Well, say hi to the mouse for me if you would.
I will.
Cool.
And be sure to check out my show on Voice of Vashon, The Wave Show. I'm Trent Kelly. And My show is usually on Saturdays from 4 to 6 p.m. and then every third Monday.
Guys,
we'll be around,
that
right
link right
in
there.
somewhere.
Follow these links right here, and you'll definitely find Trent. But do check him out. I know I'm going to be. So
all right, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you, and yeah, the best of the holidays to you guys as well, and Merry Christmas. Is there extra room for anybody else to go to California? Gosh, that sounds.
There might be. I'll check.
Oh my gosh, a little bit of heat would be nice. Trent Kelly, thank you so much.
Great to make a new friend.
Hey, very good, and yeah, actually, I'm so stoked to get back in touch with you. Guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages. This is Combos on the Groove Zone. Trent Kelly, DJ D Phoenix. Hang tight.
Peace and love.
Kelly, thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, so excited. Okay, cool. Yeah, have a good night. When do you guys leave for Cali?
I think actually Christmas Day we're leaving.
Oh wow.
Heading to SeaTac.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And then coming back what, like day after New Year's kind of thing? Or?
Yeah, like on the 2nd or something like that.
Man, no, we'll definitely talk before that. I know we will.
Yes,
Cool.
we will, Darren.
All right. And let's see if I have any questions. Well, no, you know what? Good night.
Yeah, actually,
we're going to talk soon. All right.
Until we talk again, think of like 5 different songs that you really love.
So they can be of all time or current?
Yeah. Anytime. Could
Okay.
be,
Okay. Ooh, you got it.
And then we'll talk about them and then splice them in my show.
So totally stoked. Great. Now you gave me a homework project. Thank you. All right, man. Have a good night. I'll talk to you soon.
Hi, this is Trent Kelly of The Wave Show on KDSH LP on Vashon, Washington. And I really need you guys to check out the Groove Zone out of Olympia, Washington. It's cool stuff.
Rock and roll.
Life's pretty fast. You don't stop to look around once in a while. You could miss it.